Oh my God, we're back again. Welcome to Yaspod. He's Dalton.
Are you not going to keep singing it?
No, hell no. I don't even remember the next line, to be honest.
Brothers, sisters, is everybody's friends, or whatever the fuck. Suck your dick and then whip out your titties.
Am I original? Yeah. I was on a boy band kick earlier today. Don't know why.
Are they bisexual?
Probably. You know what I was thinking about? Because I've heard so much Christmas music at the store. Bloodhound Gang should come out with a Christmas album, but it's all like traditional Christmas songs with vulgar lyrics. Like, I think it was, who was it that put in Discord? It was like, last Christmas I gave you some dick, and the very next day it started to itch.
Oh, that was Kana, and that was from on. Obviously, you haven't listened to the most recent episode of Steam Machine, because I was singing it on that. I was like, last Christmas I gave you some dick, and the very next day I woke up sick.
Now I heard that because I think we did that on this show too. Because my version is always,
it might have been this show.
My version's always been last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you sucked on my cock. But like, they could do that. There's so many awesome like vulgar versions I've made up. Like, dude, I'll write lyrics for them just for fucking writer's credit. I don't even need to get paid for it. I just want to see my name in the fucking CD booklet.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
yeah, Jimmy, hit me up. We can collaborate. Tell me that,
Jimmy Pop.
Tell me that wouldn't be a banger if Bloodhound Gang just put out a vulgar Christmas album.
I mean, dude, I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I think Jimmy Pop should get with the lead singer of Mindless Self-Indulgence, who was Jimmy Urine, and they should call the band Urine Pop.
Yeah, I'd be down.
And then
with
just
that.
have like the album be a can of soda that's just like
canned urine,
Pisswasser, for example. So, yeah, it's just canned
urine, carbonated canned urine. If your piss doesn't fizzle, go see a doctor. So
you'll dig this pizzle for shizzle.
So what have you been up to this week?
I worked a bunch, and then this past weekend, the lady came to see me, and she gave me this awesome fucking like woodcut hand painted Snorlax, and it is badass, and I love it. And she gave my dad. Well, we did early Christmas. And we did like a Christmas dinner and like decorated the tree and all that stuff. It was fun.
Nice.
And she gave my dad this like cutting board that's like stained with carvings in it, with a guitar, some mandalas, and then a quote from Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is his favorite song.
Nice.
And then she made my mom like a pretty little. It's like a wood carved box type thing, but it's layered, and it's like a wolf on a mountain with like background. It's all really cool looking. I'm like, I
love the Somewhere Over the Rainbow by what's the fat Hawaiian's name? Kamaluka Makihaki, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, dude, that's my favorite version of it.
Dude has the voice of an angel. Like the last time I saw him like perform it though, was kind of sad looking, because like he's on the stage with like the oxygen tube in his nose and shit, and he gotten even bigger, and I'm like, damn dude, like that sucks, because I don't think he's gonna be making it to like 80-90 years old.
Probably not.
Is he still alive?
He changes of lifestyle. I don't think so.
I have no idea, to be honest.
I'm gonna look that up. What did you do this past week?
Oh, I did see your Snorlax thing beforehand though. She sent me pictures. She's like, look what I'm making for Dalton. What have I done this week? What even is this week?
That's a philosophical question. I can't have an answer for.
I've been playing High on Life. That game is fucking hilarious. I'm like 2 bosses in. I'm working on the 3rd boss now. If you like Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites or any of that Justin Roiland humor, it's more of that. It's fucking great. Like you find this knife, or you get this knife early in the game called Knifey, and it's an Australian guy voicing it, or Justin Roiland doing an Australian accent, something, it's Australian. And it's just fucking homicidal. It's just like the first time you pick it up, it's like, oh yeah, stick me in your fleshy gut. Let's make the red ooze come out. It's like it just wants to fucking kill.
Let me break in real quick.
Yes.
Israel Kamakawiwoli, I think is how you say his name, or something along those lines. I probably fucked that up. Born 1976. Or no, I'm sorry. Uno momento. Let me actually click this.
This is why we don't do research on this.
He was born May 20th, 1959.
Wow.
Died June 26th, 1997. So he was 38.
Yeah. But I mean, he was a pretty large fella. That's not very healthy. Hard for your body to work efficiently like that.
That song, though, spent 185 weeks on the top of the World Digital Songs chart, making it the longest leading number one hit of any Billboard charts.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. So yeah, dude, High on Life, like, I'm torn on that game because I enjoy a good funny game. I enjoy a good first person shooter. And I can enjoy Rick and Morty to an extent.
Yeah.
But I don't do like gross out humor and like Rick almost sounding like he's gonna throw up. That bugs me.
Yeah.
So like if there's stuff like that in the game, I'm just gonna cringe and probably not laugh. Is the only thing.
I don't think it's not as prevalent as it is in Rick and Morty, if it's there at all. It's just funny shit. I mean, there's grossness, like alien grossness, but nothing to that extent, I guess. Like one of the funniest things, and there's a clip of it you can watch online. It's like when you first go to this town, there's a kid standing in the like walkway into the town. He's like, hey, look at the new guy. Or no, he says, look, fresh meat. And when you try to walk past him, he just pushes you back. And he just goes, come on, fresh meat, come on. And your gun's like, you aim your gun at him and you try to pull the trigger and it's like, eh. And the gun is like, come on, dude, we're not going to kill a kid. We're not going to kill a kid. And the kid's like, yeah, oh, what are you, scared? You scared to kill me? Oh. And then you finally, like, it unlocks, like you shoot him. And he's like, oh, you killed me, I'm dead, bet. Falls on the ground and the gun's like, holy shit, we killed a kid. I didn't think they'd let us do that, but there goes our E for everybody rating. God damn it.
Jesus Christ.
The game's funny as shit though. What else? Took in a huge trade-in at the store yesterday. Ended up staying like 2 hours past closing trying to get a lot of it out for Christmas shopping. But like dude I'm pretty sure he had every Final Fantasy game from like PS1 forward, or most all of them. He had like Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3 on PS2. Had all 7 or 8, I think it's 7 dot hack games on PS2. Like,
damn, son.
Yeah, big ass collection. Had the Halo 3 edition Xbox 360, which to me is one of the coolest ones. Had a Play It Loud Game Boy with the clear housing, Game Boy Advance, PSP, a PS Vita, what else? Bunch of shit.
How much you want for that Vita? We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah, it's under $100. That's all I remember. Yeah.
I might have you put that aside, and I'll send you some money for it on payday.
All right. Yeah, dude, this is some crazy shit. Huge like collection of JRPGs and stuff, which they always sell high.
Oh yeah, dude, JRPGs are good to come by.
Yeah. So I've been talking about it on here about wanting a racing rig, specifically a next level F1 GT racing rig or FGT racing rig. It's $500. But it's dual position, so you can sit up like this, like in a GT car, or you can sit it down where you're, sort of almost laying down like an F1 car. And so I found out GameStop sold them. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can get enough shit gathered up to trade in where I don't have to actually pay for it. So I had like I had 3 Xbox Ones come in the store, and like paid very little for them because they don't sell well for me, you know. And like one of them, I paid what GameStop pays cash, and the lady took it. Another one, the guy was like, I just have the console. I don't have any of the cables or controller. I'm like, okay, bring it by. I'll give you like $50 for the console if it works. Worked, was like brand new. I had extra stuff laying around to put with it, so I got all 3 consoles and handful of games that weren't selling, stuff like that. Took them up there, got enough credit. Then found out that GameStop's online had a 15% off sale if you spend over $200. So instead of being $500 plus tax, it ended up being like $455 with tax. So I was like, fuck yeah. So that'll get here.
Hell yeah.
That'll get here the 21st. So I'll be putting that bitch together and trying out some F1 racing.
Hell yeah, bro.
The way God intended.
Next thing you need to do is get you a VR headset and get you, if there's like a VR F1 game, and get in there.
There's a VR mode in F1 22, but it's only on PC. So you'd have to buy like an Oculus or Meta Quest or whatever. I don't want to fucking give Meta any of my money. I fucking hate that company. What I'm hoping is with the PSVR, well, that's the thing is the Oculus got bought by Facebook or by Meta. So now instead of the Oculus Quest, it's the Meta Quest. Yeah. So what I'm hoping is with the VR2 coming out, that F123 will have a VR mode on PS5. Because I have a PS5 wheel as well. So what I'll probably do, if they have a VR mode, I may buy a VR2 and get the PS5 version of the game and just do that. And then probably just starve to death in that seat because I just live in a VR world from then on. Just never get out.
I am an F1 driver.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
People, like I feel a shake on my shoulder and I'll take the headset off. It's my mom. She's like, what have you been doing? No one's heard from you in 3 days. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've just been playing this game for a few hours. Like the dog is dead in his crate because I haven't fucking paid attention to him in 3 days.
You got shit in your pants.
Yeah, I've shit and pissed all over myself. Like, there's a system in the car that just takes it out for you. How funny would that be if cars had, like race cars had piss tubes where it like just hooks to the front of your race suit and just like goes out the bottom of the car. So every now and then you just got to see a splash under the car. And the driver's just pissing.
People would figure out how to use that strategically to fuck up people behind them.
Oh yeah. It's like hold your piss until you get to the tight turn 6 and piss on the apex.
Yeah.
Next car coming behind you just spins out because of your big puddle of piss in the turn. Drivers are like chugging a gallon of water before the race, strategically piss in the right spot.
If they wanted to piss quicker, they would chug something with caffeine in it because caffeine is a diuretic.
Yep.
Yeah. So speaking of your hatred for Meta, let's talk about some dumbass corporations.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I sent you a link today.
Yes, you did.
From something that I saw on Twitter, where Twitter support tweeted out that they are now going to be banning mention of and links to other social media sites that are like Twitter. Yeah. Which means Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and a bunch of other ones.
I'm sure TikTok won't be. I wasn't on that list, but I feel like it will be added to that list
eventually.
So yeah, basically Elon Musk was like, we don't want you to post anything about any other social medias existing on Twitter. I mean, my understanding is people are leaving Twitter, like not quite in droves yet, but a lot of people are leaving, and everybody hates Facebook. So Facebook's not going to get a resurgence. I hate Instagram. I don't like Instagram at all. But Instagram is more photo sharing than what Twitter is. Like Twitter is getting points across basically, whereas Instagram's just posting pictures. Most people don't want to post a picture just to say something. Plus, who reads the captions on Instagram posts anyways? They just look at the pictures. They're like, oh shit, she got some big old titties. Double tap, and just keep on going.
Jesus Christ! Well, I look at it if I see a nice looking plate of food, I'll click the comments there, or click it to see if there's a recipe. But I mean,
well, when's the last time you read the caption under a big old set of titties? Or are you just double tapping and moving on?
I don't even know if I double tap. I don't even know the last time I saw a big set of titties on Instagram.
You ain't following.
I think our algorithms are different.
You ain't following the right Instagrams. No, dude, that happened to me with Twitter. Cosplay. So I follow this non-binary person because I like their content, just the things that they said. Well, this non-binary person was into women and was following a bunch of Twitter models or whatever you want to say, the ones that just basically post, sexy pictures all the time. So I start getting notifications of all these women that are like thirst trapping on Twitter. And I'm like, dude, why the fuck am I getting this? I don't care. Like, these people will never give me the time of day. Why the fuck do I care what they're doing?
Yeah.
But like, nope, getting fucking... And I have to imagine it's because they're paying some kind of boosted post thing on Twitter. And it's just sending that shit to anybody.
That, or you'd be surprised how many dudes will search like... hashtag cute or something or like hashtag beautiful, hashtag mirror selfie, and then just go and look through all of these girls who post that shit.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I don't even look at Twitter anymore. Like, it's just, I'll get notifications about like F1 stuff that I'll look at, but that's pretty much it. I'll get a notification like, oh, Ferrari team principal Matteo Binotto resigns. I'm like, oh, cool. So they moved Fred Vassar from Alfa Romeo to Ferrari. Oh, cool. That's all I care. I don't care about any of the rest of that shit.
I think I mostly get on there these days to like retweet things for the JRPG Report listeners. Like, other than that, like, I'm checking it right now and I got like nothing.
Oh, I was going to mention too, I started listening to a new podcast. Two comedians, Trevor Wallace and Michael Ballstein, which I think is hilarious that his last name sounds like Ballstain.
Ballstains.
Yeah. It's called Stiff Socks, and it's basically what we do. They just fucking ran, but they are way more caffeinated and ADHD than we are. So it's kind of hard to follow sometimes because they'll be talking about something and just randomly off to something else and poof, randomly back. And then the guy in the background will be like, you were talking about such and such. They're like, oh yeah, focus. Oh, off to the left. Oh, off to the right. Oh, focus again. But it's funny as shit. And Michael Ballstein's coming to a local comedy club in January. So I'm going to try to get tickets because I think I sent you the clip from the podcast because they do it on TikTok as well. Like snippets.
Two fat guys?
No, it's two skinny guys.
Oh, okay.
But it's like snippets. And the guy was fucking Michael Ballstein was talking about how he sits backwards on the toilet to jerk off too. And I was like, if I get to fucking meet him after that show, I'm gonna be like reverse cowgirl brothers. Like, I fucking sit backwards on the toilet to jerk off too. Listeners, if you're listening,
motherfuckers are so weird.
Do you sit backwards on the toilet to jerk off ever? Let us know on Discord.
You've asked that before, and there was like one person who did it too, and everybody else was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe. I want to know. Ladies.
I think it's you and Jeff.
Ladies, do you sit on the toilet backwards to jerk off?
Why would a girl need to sit backwards on the toilet to jerk off? For one, girls can't jerk off.
To rub one out. You don't know how big their clits are.
Fair enough. But still, why would they need to turn around? Like, why does anybody need to turn around? You don't need to turn around.
To put their phone on the back of the toilet. I'm fucking choking to death over here. There.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know what the fuck that was. My throat got all super like dry and scratchy. My eyes started watering and shit. Like, no, the water's supposed to be in my throat, not in my eyes.
It's probably because of all that dick you've been sucking backwards on toilets.
Probably. No, you don't suck the dick backwards on toilets. You fucking let them sit down and take a shit, and then you suck it. That's a blumpkin.
No blumpkins in this house.
Get a blumpkin.
None.
I think I told that story before. I didn't get a blumpkin, but I did have a chick start riding me while I was sitting on the toilet, like post shit.
Did you at least flush first?
I don't remember, but I don't think so. I think that's what made it both hotter and grosser at the same time.
What? Oh God! Did you at least have you wiped?
I think so. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Every thrust, you just get a waft of poo, bro. No. The fuck is wrong with you?
No, she was doing the work. She was riding.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. There's still like compression and fuzzy. It's like on that toilet seat, there was a plunger happening with your ass. And you were just pumping it up in there. And when you finally got up, it released like a fucking balloon of poo stench and particles in there.
She came in there to get in the shower. And I was like, ooh, what's up? And started like, flicking the bean. So of course, fucking dick hits hard. She fucking sits down on it and rides it for a little bit. And I'm like, hold on. Flush. And then I stood up because I'd already wiped because I didn't wipe. I just stood up, bent her over the sink, start fucking railing her, left the toilet seat up because she wasn't on the pill. So I'm like, rail, pull out, shoot into the toilet. While the fucking 6-year-old is like knocking on the door going, what are you doing in there? Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
No.
You never raw dogged a chick in the bathroom and then just came into the toilet?
Okay, for one, I have fucked chicks in the bathroom. 2, no, I don't come in my toilet.
What, do you just come inside them?
Usually.
I make babies, so I can't just do that. Or
usually I like come into like either my hand and clean it up, or I come into like some tissue paper.
Why? That's
into the toilet.
That's so fucking inefficient. Fucking shoot it right into the toilet and you just whoosh. You can throw the toilet paper that you wipe the tip with in there too.
Because when I'm coming, the thing I want to be looking at is not
you don't have to look at the toilet.
Bullshit, then you're going to come on the side of the toilet and that's just going to be gross. And then you have to use toilet paper to wipe it up, Jeremy. Why don't you just come into the toilet paper? It's more efficient.
You've never pissed in the dark? Like, I know where the fucking toilet bowl is. It's a fucking big hole to hit. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and you also we have talked about it's hard to piss with a boner. So it's hard. I'm sure it'd be hard to aim your dick down.
It's not that hard. Try it next time. It's easy.
No. I'm not going to come in my toilet. There's no need to come in my toilet.
I fucked a chick raw and came into the toilet at least 6 times in my life. Like,
that
at least 6 times.
Too many, sir.
It's efficient. It's clean. I don't get anybody pregnant.
Bro, a girl riding you while there's still poo in the toilet is not clean.
I'm not talking about that part. The poo was gone by the time I came in the toilet.
No, the memory still remains.
That's not my problem.
It was lingering in there.
That's not my problem. Let the little fellas go swimming with some poo.
You got shit kids in the fucking in the gutters.
My fucking one of those synchronized divers. Like, sploop.
Gross.
You know what's gross? Fucking a chick in the shower, pulling out nutting on the floor, and then fucking stepping in it.
No,
that's gross.
So you don't do that.
Like I said, I make babies. I can't just nut up inside fucking chicks that aren't on the pill.
So you find a girl who swallows and you never have to worry about doing that ever.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, hold on, I'm about to come spin around in this little ass shower and try to get down on your knees. I'm going to fucking lose the momentum then.
Again,
or
it's because you're too quick with it.
Or you get the fucking body wash, and you just stick it in her asshole.
Oh, that can't be healthy.
It's soap. It washes it out. It all comes out.
Up in your... Yeah, if you give yourself an enema to get the water up there to get it out.
It comes out. What do you think happens to all the fucking lube you fucking dick shove up in there? It comes out.
Yeah, but that's not soap, Jeremy.
Doesn't matter.
Soap is an irritant.
Doesn't matter.
If you leave it and dries, it's an irritant.
Doesn't matter. She's gonna...
Bro, yes it does.
If you're railing her in the butt right, she's gonna get out and poop after. She's gonna get out and she's gonna poop after.
All right. Whatever you say. I don't even want to. No. That's don't fuck. Okay, listeners, do not fuck a girl in the ass with soap.
If it's in the shower, you're fine. Don't try to use it as lube.
That's what you just said, though, was use it as lube.
But like in the shower, so it's all sudsy and shit. Don't just splurt it in your hand and rub it on your cock. Like, that doesn't work. Trust me, I've done it way more than you have, and nothing bad has happened to me.
That's because I don't use soap as a lubricant, so I'm sure you have done it way more than I have.
Exactly. So I'm the authority in this situation.
Dude, you get soap in your dick hole, and that shit burns like a motherfucker. Why would you try to use it as lube?
You don't wash the inside of your asshole?
Do you wash the inside of your asshole? How deep?
Like, fucking, like...
You talking, you go like knuckle deep?
Like a knuckle deep. It's nothing gay about that.
I didn't say it was gay. It's just like, bro, you're shoving your finger up your ass every time. Okay.
Yeah, you
okay.
get in the shower, you fucking scrub the butthole. You just fucking... Make sure there's no fucking lingerers in there that are gonna fucking shark spray your underwear when you fucking blow a fart later.
I need people to know that Jeremy went, you shove your finger up your butthole, and then he went with his finger up to his mouth, so he was eating the poo off his finger. I just want everybody to know that.
No, I did not. I actually did it off camera at my butthole.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You fucking wash that shit out, then you don't have shitty smelling farts later on in the day. Any guy out there who says they've never stuck their finger up their ass is a goddamn liar. Or
I'm not saying I've never stuck my finger up my ass, but with soap to clean it out in a shower.
I will say, not with soap. I do it pre-soap. And then I scrub the ass.
Why? What's it matter? Why don't you just put the soap up there?
I scrub my asshole with soap.
Shame.
And then I rinse it out. Have you ever given yourself an enema?
No, I haven't had to.
I've done it before. It's kind of weird.
I watched my ex-girlfriend do it, and it was really funny because...
Oh, it's funny because you just fucking turn into a goddamn fountain.
She's like, well, I don't know about that. I didn't see that part. But she did it in the bedroom, even though I think she was supposed to do it in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
But she, like, laid on her side in bed and, like, put it in and sprayed the water up there. And then she laid there. She's like, okay, I'm supposed to lay here for, like, 15 minutes. And she made it like maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And she was like, I got to go. And she stood up and like she had the tightest clench on her ass and like waddled to the bathroom.
Let me tell you, when they wrote that song, Knocking on Heaven's Door, it was about getting a fucking enema. Because when you get that fucking water up there, there's some fucking pressure. You can feel it in your stomach. It's like, you know, you got to take a huge shit and you're nowhere near a bathroom you can shit in, and you're just like, oh god, like you can feel it pressing against your asshole and you're trying to fucking fight it back with every muscle in your clenched little sphincter. That's what it feels like. Then you sit on the toilet and it's just like it just sprays water out.
You were making me like this joint far earlier than I thought I was going to have to.
Dude, and actually enemas are not good for you. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I can imagine not. You just shooting water up your asshole.
Well, no, it's like because it kills the
saline.
It kills the good bacteria in your colon, so it's not good for you. So when you do an enema, you're supposed to take probiotics afterwards.
My grandparents swear you should just take probiotics. Period.
I mean, you probably should. I'll take them every so often. I'll buy the gummies because they're actually kind of tasty, and I'll just eat like. I think it's 1 a day or 2 a day or whatever. I'll just finish that container of gummies. And I'm like, okay, that's enough bacteria for my butthole. And yeah, you know, it's kind of hard getting them all in there at the same time, but I mean, it's for your ass health.
No, if I learned anything from this movie, or I say movie, it's actually like a 10-episode series that I watched with Megan this weekend. Gudetama. Have you heard of this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
It's the story of like a little baby chicken and then like a raw egg that's sentient. Yep. And if you put a pack of silica on your butt, if your butt is rotten, it will help. If you say so. That's what Gudetama said.
Man, this would be the perfect time to have gotten that fucking sponsorship for the fucking fart filter underwear. We could be like, speaking of making your asshole not be rank, try these underwear.
Yeah. Too bad that wasn't a sponsorship.
Yeah, that wasn't a sponsorship. That was us. That was a company wanting us to let their CEO come on to our podcast and talk about how great their product is when we've never seen nor tried it. And we ain't about that life.
Yeah. I think that it was one of those things where they just probably reach out to smaller podcasts to see if they can just get free publicity.
Probably so. Because they're like, oh, you're thinking like, oh, we're getting sponsors. And it's, no, you're not getting sponsors. You're giving free advertisement time to some company.
Yeah. So I have this friend. And
you have
because
friends?
She'll never listen to this.
Since when?
Yeah, right. I feel you.
Yeah.
But I love her to death. Her name's Shelby. She'll never hear this, so it doesn't matter. And if she does, no one who listens knows who you are. So get over it. She's an idiot. Okay, so I have this other dude that I know named Westbury. I'll just call him Westbury. And he he's always been cool with me, a good friend, and he's always been a little crazy.
Yeah.
Never really acted on any of it, but he's got some anger issues.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, he's in jail right now for stalking and threatening text messages, threatening to murder through text messages and stuff. So Shelby starts dating him a month or two before all of this happens, and she tells me that she loves him. Then messages me and tells me that he cheated on her, and then she went and cheated on him. And then he came to her and was like, well, how are we going to get past this? And the fact that he did that made her fall so deeply in love with him that now she wants to marry him. So he bought her a ring, and she's madly in love with him. He's in prison, or he's in jail right now, and she still wants to marry him.
So
she's like, I hope he gets out of jail so I can marry him.
So the time frame of all of this happening is less than 60 days.
I'd say less than 90 days.
Less than 90 days. This is my problem with shit now. Because I'm single now, and I've noticed it. People misconstrue love with infatuation so much. You're infatuated with this person, but that shit fades. But I don't feel like you can truly love someone that quickly. You can love, I don't think you can be in love with someone that quickly,
I don't know. I disagree, but that's to each their own feelings.
My thing is I had a friend that met a dude, and within 2 or 3 weeks, they were saying I love you, and within 2 months, they were engaged. And I'm like, dude, you can't even know the smell of somebody's fucking farts in 2 months, much less that you want to spend the rest of your life with them. I think people
being engaged that soon's a little odd.
I think, you just said she's fucking engaged within 90 days.
No, and that's why I'm saying that Shelby's a fucking idiot.
It's fucking dumb.
Don't forget the title of this segment.
Yeah. It's dude, I feel like people just assume, or people are so desperate to get married and be like, I'm married, that they're just they meet somebody and they're like, I like you, let's get married. It's why? Why the fuck do people do that?
I don't know. Marriage has never been something that I've been interested in.
Yeah, that's I think the divorce rate's 60% now. That's why. Because motherfuckers just get married for fucking whatever reason. And I talked about this in a singles group I'm in, where it was they were talking about old couples, being married for 60 years and shit. And they're like, how come that doesn't happen anymore? I was like, I don't know about you guys. I had 3 sets of grandparents. I had, my mom's parents got divorced fairly early, and they both remarried. All 3 of them have been married for more than my lifetime. All fucking 3 couples slept in separate bedrooms. I can't imagine being in love with somebody and sleeping in a different room than them. So I'm like, are they in love, or is it just you didn't get, their generation didn't get divorced, so you just stay even though you're not happy?
Well, I don't know. My grandparents sleep in different bedrooms too. But my grandma blames it on the fact that she can't stand my grandpa snoring, because my grandpa's snoring you can hear throughout the entire house. Oh, yeah. So she sleeps in her room with the door shut, and it muffles it. Now, whether that's still true that he doesn't drink anymore, I don't know. I don't know if he still. Yeah. I just know when he used to drink, it's like my dad. When my dad gets drunk, he saws some logs.
Oh, yeah.
But I can tell you, my dad sleeps in the living room for some reason, and my mom sleeps in the bedroom. But they're very much in love. I can promise you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's weird. I know my one set of grandparents. My grandmother hated her husband but he was a fucking racist, like molesting piece of shit. So I don't blame her. The other two sets, I don't know. I'm sure there was love there, but it's just weird to me. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a combination nowadays of like people are willing to get out of a bad situation to make their lives better, but also I think there's a lot of people that just don't want to work on shit. And it's like you get married, some shit happens, you drift apart and shit, and you're like, instead of working on it, I'm just gonna chase that high of a new relationship.
Yeah, maybe.
Because everybody knows when you get in a new relationship, it's all fucking butterflies and shit and fucking all the time.
Know my ex.
And
you didn't know my ex. There were no butterflies with that chick.
Then why the fuck stay with her then?
Because the sex was fantastic and I was dumb.
Well, that's there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it. Why the fuck do that?
So let's loop this back around to the original topic.
Yeah.
So his court date comes up.
Yes.
And I ask her how did it go? She said it got pushed back. Okay. Well, keep me posted. So I wait. And then I ask her again. I don't remember. I think this was like a week ago now. It was supposed to be another court date. So I messaged her and I was like, so how did the court date go? She's like, it got pushed back to January, I don't know, 29th or 19th or something like that. And I was like, why? And she said that they offered him a 2-year sentence. Just do 2 years and get out.
Yeah.
And he didn't take it. And I was like, well, you realize now that he's going to be like facing probably like a lot more than 2 years. Yes, but I love him and I will wait for him. Okay, Shelby, whatever you say. I just keep telling her, just keep me posted.
Yeah.
But at this point, like, I don't want Travis to go to jail. But at the same time, if he was stalking his ex and like all the shit that I heard happened, then he probably should have just taken that 2 years and served his time.
Yeah.
Because he probably could have gotten out on good behavior in a year and a half.
Oh, yeah. Dude, with overcrowding, it could have been 6 fucking months.
Yeah, that's true. Especially around here.
Yeah. Speaking of serving time for crimes you commit, how do you feel about this whole Brittany Granger thing? Brittany Granger? What's your thoughts on it? Because I have some opinions on it.
What, that they traded a war criminal for a basketball player?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I really don't have an opinion on it, but if I were going to like be a decision maker and it was like, well, we can get this basketball player back or we can keep this dude who is like a major gun trader over there.
Literally called the Merchant of Death.
Keep him behind bars. I'd have probably kept him behind bars and found out another way to get the basketball player home.
Dude, here's my thing. I don't think anybody should be in jail for weed. I think it's fucking stupid. Like,
I agree.
I think it's dumb. I don't like if you're transporting 18 wheelers full of weed, who fucking cares? It's weed. That being said, you can't tell me that her agents and her coaches and whoever else was going to Russia with her did not tell her, look, you can't have weed in Russia. You will go to jail. She decided to try to sneak weed in the country anyways, got caught with it, and went to jail. Why the fuck did we trade the Merchant of Death so that she didn't have to pay any consequences for her actions? Like, tell me if me or you got arrested for having weed in Russia, would they have done the same thing for us?
God, no.
Exactly.
Because we're not famous. We're not.
Well, there's the whole thing about
a sports player.
There's a U.S. military member in Russian prison that's been in Russian prison longer than she had for something he didn't do, and they didn't trade the Merchant of Death to get him out. Like, dude, fuck her. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not racist. I'm not sexist, whatever anybody wants to say, but fuck her. We traded a certified or person who has certifiably been responsible for multiple deaths to get a weed smoking basketball player out of Russian prison. And that's bullshit to me.
Yeah, I concur.
Like, it just drives me fucking insane, man.
And like you said though, like, why not the military person? Yep. And I don't know. And I've seen arguments about it online, specifically on Facebook, and it seems that anybody who has spoken out being like, why did they do that? It just immediately gets called a racist.
Oh yeah, because it's easy. She's a black woman, so obviously you're racist if you don't agree with this. It's like, no, if she was white, if it was fucking Michael Jordan, I don't give a shit. Like,
Alan,
it's a
no, I'm sorry,
Larry Bird.
Yeah, Larry Bird. I was trying to name a white guy because you named a black dude, and I'm like, well, that doesn't really make your point. Yeah, Larry Bird.
Steve Nash, whoever. I don't give a shit. I don't care who it is. If it was Hulk Hogan, if it was fucking Aubrey Plaza, I don't give a shit. Trading a arms dealer for a celebrity is bullshit, and I can't even say she's a celebrity because did you even know who she was before this whole shit happened?
I can't name one NBA player, let alone WNBA player.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew who she was until this.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I can name a couple NBA players, but it's because they're in media, not because I watch basketball. Does that make
like my buddy was saying, he saw an article where she's going to play this season coming up. And it's like, dude, so basically what you're saying is she went and broke international law and is paying no consequence for it whatsoever. When football players have failed marijuana drug tests and been suspended for multiple games, losing tons of their pay from their contracts and all, but she's scot-free. No repercussions for her actions. And what is that telling the youth of America?
The youth of the nation.
Become a celebrity, become a ball player. You won't have to have any consequences for your actions. Like, no, it's bullshit. And I wanted to get that off my chest because I can, and nobody can do anything about it. They just got to listen to it.
Or they don't have to listen to it.
Yeah. So,
well, something that'll make you feel better. And if this is the song I think it is, bro, why? I'm actually curious as to why. What is your song of the week?
You know this song. I listened to it this morning, and I love the song, and it's popped in my head. But yeah, it's Temple of the Dog's Hunger Strike. You know the song.
This is the I'm going hungry. Yeah. I'm going hungry.
How's it start? Yeah. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. Fucking good song. Some true 90s shit.
It's alright. It's not one of my favorites, but I'll give you that it was a popular song and people liked it.
Yeah. So what about you?
Mine is, so there are no lyrics in my song of the week. My song of the week is all guitar
Is
stuff.
it a song then?
Is Andy James' War March. And man, so what made me choose this is I got Clone Hero working. Do you know what Clone Hero is?
Yes.
Okay. And I downloaded the track for Andy James' War March and played it, and Jesus fucking Christ. It was the most notes I've ever seen thrown at me at once in one of those kinds of games. Like, there's a lot of crazy solo stuff going on, but like Andy James' War March, if you just want to see somebody just play a guitar and make it look effortless while he's doing something impossible, it's a wild video to watch, of watching him, specifically watch the video of him playing it. And it's just tremendous. He does this one tap part that I can't describe how cool it sounds. Like, I can do the noises and stuff, but it just won't do it justice. But I tried to learn it, and then there's this part after it where he does this really quick tap down a bunch of different frets, and that fast part I can do 10 times better than I can try to do this offbeat tap thing he does that just sounds super cool. And I need people to go listen to this song, Andy James' War March. It is fucking phenomenal guitar work. Jeremy, even you
sounds like a song.
Even you would admit that this dude knows how to play guitar.
Debatable.
I promise. You'd be like, damn, son.
Does he play his grandpa's guitars?
That guy, no. He might. Not in this particular one, but he might. I can actually send you a guy who plays grandpa's guitars that's really fucking good. His name is also Andy, but his name is Andy McKee. And it is fantastic. All right, dude. Let's jump into some questions.
Let's do it.
So, what is the most messed up thing that you've ever said mid-coitus is a goof and gotten away with it? And that comes in from Dane.
Oh, stand up for a second. Let me wipe. Call back. No, I don't think I've said any goofy shit in the middle of sex. I'm sure I have, but I can't recall anything. But I can tell a story of something really fucked up I did in the middle of sex one time and got away with.
Yeah, please.
So, hooking up with this chick, fucking her pretty good, can't come. Just can't finish, right? And so, being the early 20s dirtbag that I was, fucking got on top of her, wrapped her legs around me, grabbed her head, pulled it in like this, right? Into my shoulder. You know, getting in there good. Meanwhile, my right hand slides over on the nightstand, unlocks my phone, pulls up a naked picture of another chick. So like holding her head in my shoulder, fucking her and staring at this picture of another chick. Yeah, it finished the job, but I felt like a fucking asshole afterwards. Probably because I was.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Not proud of that, but I really, really wanted that nut. I had put in like a good hour's worth of work for it. Like, and I don't even know if it was the picture of the chick that got me off or it was the like that danger of like, man, she could turn her head and see this and I'm going to be in a lot of fucking trouble. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've jerked off with the bathroom door open before and it was hotter because it's like, somebody could walk by and catch me.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that little sense of danger sometimes fucking gets the juices flowing.
I can understand that. I mean, you're talking to the dude who jerked off in technology class at school because I was in the back and it was dark and everybody was watching a movie.
Hell
and I was
yeah.
in a cubicle playing Flight Simulator, actually.
Nice.
Let's see. I think mine was I hit a girl with the Simba, which, for listeners, if you don't know, it's when you're banging a girl and you pull out and you jizz on her stomach, you dip your thumb in it like Rafiki, and you rub it across her forehead and you go, Simba.
Simba. Ah, no,
what is the most messed up thing I've said, though? Things I've said mid-coitus as a goof and gotten away with it.
I can't think of any. Like, I'm sure I've said some stupid shit. I usually can't read the room, so.
I know I've said some stupid shit that I can't think of. I do know that I, like, once with this girl who used to come over early, she was just like a friend of mine, but we do it every now and then. Man, I stuttered right there. Jesus. But I grabbed her one day and just like put it in doggy style and started going at it and was like, whoa, got me a marlin. And she just laughed. So I guess that'll count, Dane. That'll have to count.
I have a story of another person, a friend of a friend, who was an Asian guy raised in America
Oh, Lord.
and was apparently racist against Asians, even though he was Asian. Apparently he fucked a Japanese chick in college and made her apologize for Pearl Harbor mid-sex. So he was fucking her. He was like, apologize for Pearl Harbor. She's like, I'm sorry for Pearl Harbor. I was like,
What
who
the
the
fuck?
fuck does something like that? That's so fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so never done that. I don't think I've ever hooked up with an Asian chick. No. But if I did, I wouldn't do that.
Does it count if I feel like I've hooked up with an Asian chick?
I mean, this is fucking... Is that like some kind of... I don't even fucking know how to describe that. No, I don't think it does.
Okay. In a zombie apocalypse, I'm not going to explain it either. In a zombie apocalypse where you're the sole survivor of your social circle, how long before you fuck a zombie? And that comes from Dane.
So what I'm curious about here, is this like... I Am Legend, you're the only human? Or there's other humans, you just don't know them? Because I feel like there's other humans around, I'm going to get to know them and fuck one of them. But if it's an I Am Legend situation, I don't know, 6 weeks, 6 months. I don't know.
So here's my thing. Jerking off's not that bad, Dane.
It's not really. Fuck, man. I spent the last 8 months of my last relationship jerking off and not getting laid. Like, I mean.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I think
Plus, I feel like zombie pussy would be all dry and cold too.
Bro, I would go wandering and hopefully wander into a town, and hopefully that town has a mall or a strip mall, and I would wander in and find like a Spencer's, or I would find like an off the beat porn store, and I'm gonna wander in there. I'm gonna find me a bottle of lube that hasn't dried up yet. I'm gonna find me a pocket pussy, and I'm gonna chuck him on my backpack, and we're gonna call that a day, because I'm not fucking a zombie.
I'm gonna figure out where that real doll factory is that makes those like $6,000 sex dolls. I'm just gonna go there, and I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna fuck them. If I'm the only dude left, I'm just gonna barricade myself in that warehouse. That is the buddy movie that everyone needs. Is two dudes. They're the only dudes left that they know of in the world. Everyone else is zombies, and they just want to get laid. So they're trying to find the real doll factory.
Yeah, that's a movie waiting to happen. Yeah. Trademark. Yeah, Pod.
Yeah. I would direct that movie. I'd write, direct, and star in. That sounds like some Kevin Smith shit, though. Like that sounds like something he would do.
It's just Jay and Silent Bob left. Yeah. So you found yourself in a Donner Party situation, isolated, starving, cannibalism imminent. Are you eating the weakest guy, the fattest guy, or the most muscular guy first?
I don't want to eat any of them, but I think the fattest guy would probably taste the best. His meat's going to be nice and soft. But I mean, if you're at a point where you're ready to eat each other, how fat is he still? Because, I mean, you're talking a few days at least, like, of no food. Or is this like fucking Family Guy where they ate Trisha Takanawa? Peter's like, why are they eating her? They're just going to be hungry again in an hour.
Jesus fucking...
This is a very anti-Asian episode, apparently.
Yaspod does not condone the...
we love all races. Genders and creeds.
The shit. My God. I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't want to eat anyone, like you said. Yeah. I would hope that it wouldn't come to that, and I would probably let myself starve before I actually ate a person. But I would probably go with the most muscular dude, because I feel like there would be more meat.
But it's gonna be tough meat, though.
But it's still more meat, though. It's more sustenance. Like, you can only eat so much fat before your body rejects it. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Like, if you're having to, like, say, take my stomach, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to cut through some layers of blubber. Yeah. To get to, like, edible meat.
We can use that as, like furnace fuel to keep us warm.
Okay.
So what you're saying is eat the muscular guy.
Kill the fatty for firewood.
Light the fat guy on fire to stay warm, and fuck the weak guy because he's too weak to fight back. He's just going to take it. We also don't condone burning people or raping people.
Jesus Christ. So do you remember what you thought vaginas were like before you ever actually saw one?
I don't remember.
Dane's expectations versus reality were vastly different.
I don't remember thinking anything about them. Like, I don't remember having, like, a visual of what a vagina looked like in my head before I saw one. But I do remember, like, way longer than I wanted to admit. I just always, like, imagined everyone had a penis like me. Like, until I saw different. Just assumed there was a bunch of wieners.
So, I always thought... You know, I'd seen Barbie dolls, right, where there was nothing there. Yeah. But I knew that girls had a hole down there. That's all I knew. So I always thought that it was just smooth, but then there was just a hole.
And they peed out of their butts.
And I just thought they peed out of that hole.
I remember that. I remember a kid I went to middle school with was like, girls pee out of their butts. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're in 8th grade, dickhead. You don't know what a fucking vagina is.
Greg's never watched porn.
We may have talked about this before. What was your earliest, like, sexual experience? Not necessarily sex, but, like, girl tugged on it or you got a BJ or something like that.
Do you want the funny answer or do you want the real answer?
The real answer.
Like the real answer? I think I was like... see, I still lived in Jacksonville, so it would have been before first grade. I was 97, so I was probably like 5, 6, and like one of the neighbor boys sucked my dick without like me knowing what was going on.
Okay, so let's say
that's why I was like, do you want the real answer? Or do you want the funnier answer?
Consensual, like you consented to it. Because like I played doctor when I was a little kid, like poked at vaginas and stuff, but like when you knew like this is sexual and I'm enjoying this.
It's probably when I lost my virginity. It was probably 15.
So I remember having
No, I take that back. I was probably 13 with my ex, my first girlfriend. I played with her poo nanny, and she was like rubbing my thing through my pants. So
yeah, I was probably around the same. How old are you in 6th grade? Is that like 12, 13? We'll say 12 or 13.
Yeah, 12 to 14, somewhere around there.
The summer between 6th and 7th grade, I dated a girl, and she let me like play with her pooter, and we used to make out all the time, and I'd twist her little nipples because she didn't have like actual boobs. Like, yeah. And then I had a girlfriend in 8th grade that would give me head. Like, gave me head 3 or 4 times. I'd finger bang her and stuff like that. We never actually had sex, but could have, because her parents fucking... I came over to their house. We watched a movie, and then her parents took her younger brother and left us at the house by ourselves. Nice. So we were in their bed making out and finger banging. She's like, "You want to have sex?" And I got really fucking nervous. And I was like, "I don't have any condoms." Because like I didn't fucking know how any of that worked. Like I thought like you had to have a condom to have sex at all, or you would get the girl pregnant. Like, yeah, I didn't know what like about you had to nut to get them pregnant and shit like that. Like, I remember my dad trying to have the talk with me, but being really fucking nervous about it and not really giving me any information I could use. And I think he did it a little too early too. It's like I didn't really know what any of that stuff was. I remember him talking about pre-cum, and that's all. But I was like, "What's pre-cum? Oh, what are you talking about?" And so yeah, I always vowed if I ever have a child that I have to give the talk to, I'm going to be very direct about it and be like, "Look, this is the things you need to know. Do you have any questions?" Because I don't want to put my kid in that same weird position.
Yeah, you want him to know if he's 13 and a girl's like, "Bang me," then he can bang.
Yeah, I'm like, bang her.
Put a condom on.
Pull out, nut on her face, on her tits.
No.
Put it in her butt. Whatever.
Wear a condom.
Wear a condom, but if you don't have any condoms, don't make any fucking kids, or you're moving in her house with her family. Because I ain't raising your fucking kid.
All right. What male celebrity would you be most eager to get in a tickle fight with, just to see where it goes?
So I have 2 answers for this. I feel like an obvious is Ryan Reynolds. I think anybody would tickle fight Ryan Reynolds. But I would also maybe say Terry Crews.
Okay.
I think Terry Crews would be fun in a tickle fight. Like I'm trying to think, because like Chris Hemsworth, I don't think would tickle fight. People like Dave Bautista or Roman Reigns is not going to tickle fight with you. But I think Ryan Reynolds and Terry Crews would tickle fight with you.
I bet Batista would tickle fight with you. Maybe not Roman Reigns, but I bet Batista would.
Maybe. I'm not really into Batista. He has a weirdly shaped head. He does. Tell me he doesn't.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing. It's just funny. I don't know. Let's see. What Sami Zayn.
I could see that.
But I feel like I would lose, because I feel I lose tickle fights. I do have the ability sometimes that I'm just not ticklish in spots that some other times I am super ticklish in. I don't know how I do it. I don't know why, but so then I posted, make us pick between 2 things.
Yes. So
these were our entries for that. Prolapsed rectum or hypospadiasis, or I don't know how to say that. Hypospadias?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either, so I'm going to go prolapsed rectum.
A condition is...
Because I can get that shit pushed back in.
Wow. Hypospadias? A condition in which the opening of the penis is on the underside rather than the tip. I need to see, are there images? I'm probably not going to want to see this.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't Google it, because I don't want to see that.
Oh my God. Your pee hole could be in your ball sack. What the fuck?
Oh,
It could be under your ball sack. You could literally be peeing out of your butt. Look.
No, I don't want to look.
I'm fucking sending you this picture. I don't want to save this to my phone. I'm going to get put on some fucking watch list.
I was going to say, I'll delete the message. No, I'll close the chat, bro. I'll close the chat. Like, literally, we'll close the chat
you
right now.
see that? There's a pee hole in the ball sack.
We'll close the chat right now.
It's a drawing. It's not real.
Right now.
It's just a drawing. There's a pee hole in the ball sack. Yeah, no. I think I'm going to have to go with prolapse rectum.
I'm going prolapse rectum. I don't want a hole in my ball.
You can have surgery to fix that. If you pee out of your nutsack, you're going to commit suicide in middle school. Like, kids are fucking brutal, man. Like, Jeff, is that what's wrong with you, Jeff? Is your pee hole in your ball sack?
That's why they call him Peanuts.
So wait, if your pee hole is in your ball sack, is that like wearing a condom every time you have sex? Because like your dick's going to be inside her, but you're going to come out of your nuts.
If your nerves still run through your penis like normal.
True. That would suck. What if it doesn't?
Think about that. You just got a dark helmet with nothing on there.
I need to meet somebody who has this condition so I can ask them questions. If you have this condition and you're listening, please come be a guest on our podcast. We want information.
Dude, you just reminded me of Brian Johnson from Tell Him Steve Dave, where he was talking about that time that he just like gave this girl $20 to let him watch her shoot up heroin because he had never seen anybody do it before. He's like, hey, I know you're about to go and do your thing. Can I watch? I just want to see how like what the experience. Like, I just want to see what it's like. I don't want to do it. I just want to watch.
I don't want to actually do it. No, like I'm curious. Like, if I want to meet someone who has this and ask them questions. Like, I may seriously go see if there's like a support group on Facebook and be like, "Will someone please come on my podcast? We'll be respectful, but we have questions we want answers to." Damn it, Jeff.
That means you cannot ask them to see it, Jeremy.
No, I don't want to see it. I feel like that's a line too far.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
You know how I am with small holes. If there's just a small hole in your nuts or something.
Yeah. Wait till you see a nut out of it.
So that came
so
in.
Wait. So if that dude was like, want to watch me jack off, no part of you would be curious?
No.
No part at all.
All I would ask him is, do you stroke your dick or not?
Yeah.
And if he's like, yeah, and I'd be like, well, then when you nut, does it just shoot out? Can you just like pull your dick up?
He's fucking jerking off at some girl's face. He's like about to come, surprise, and just like lifts his dick up and nut shoots out of his ball sack. Oh my God, dude.
Like one of those clowns that has the flower that shoots water.
Oh my God. How do you pee in that situation? Like, you gotta, like, even if you sit down, the pee is gonna come forward.
Yeah, lean.
I guess so. Like I said, I gotta talk to somebody who has this because I have so many questions.
And that came from, is that Backlog Adam?
Yes, Backlog Adam.
Adam from the Backlog podcast? Yeah. Oh, yeah, welcome to the crew.
Yeah. Thanks. I thought that was Jeff. My bad. Thanks, Adam. Now I have to fucking look this up. Do you have this, Adam? Will you come on our podcast and talk about your weird dick?
I was gonna say, you kept bringing up Jeff, and I was like,
"That's a fucking
throwing
that's
Jeff
a
under the
fucking
bus.
Jeff question if I've ever heard one before." That is a fucking Jeff question, 2,000%.
So here comes one from Nate: hot dogs or bratwurst?
Now all I can think about is fucking peeing out of your ball sack. Hot dogs for me. I don't like bratwurst.
I'm also going hot dogs, although I do enjoy a good brat.
I love Jesse James hot dogs. Or Jesse Jones. The red hot dogs. I think they're Jesse Jones. And I have so many friends that aren't from here, and they're all like, ew, red hot dogs? That's gross. I'm like, they're fucking delicious. Give them a shot. And everybody's like, oh, I don't want that. I want like a pink hot dog. I'm like, fucking eat the red one. Have you ever eaten the red ones?
No.
They're fucking good. I had to make some for you.
I don't think we have them here.
I had to bring some with me and make some for you. They're fucking good, but it's funny. You can boil the red out of them. Like if you leave them in boiling water long enough, the red will just fucking go away.
And then they're just normal ass hot dogs.
I think they're like chicken, pork, and beef, like a mixture of shit versus like just beef hot dogs, but they're fucking delicious. I love them. What about you? I'm sure you want bratwurst.
I already answered it.
I didn't hear you because I was fucking focusing on myself.
I said hot dogs. I said, although I do love a good bratwurst.
I'm shocked. I figured you would have said bratwurst.
Dude, no, I have a special relationship with Nathan's hot dogs that are fresh cooked on the grill.
Have you ever tried the Oscar Mayer hot dogs that have the cheese already injected into them?
I think I have, and I do believe that those are tight.
They're fucking delicious, but they give my acid reflux a fucking kick in the nuts. Like when I eat them, they fuck my world up, but they're so goddamn delicious.
There's a few different things that I love to eat these days that I just like immediately, like after I eat, I just go ahead and go pop like 2 or 3 Tums.
You know what would be really good I've never tried? Put a hot dog on like a kebab stick and dip it in like nacho cheese fondue. I bet that would be the bomb. Fucking just no bun or nothing. Or put it in a bun. Dip it in there so it's fucking coated in cheese. Slap it in a bun. Slide that stick out and eat it.
Hear me out. Dip it in the cheese.
Yeah.
Set it aside. Let it cool.
Yes.
Take it. Dip it in the cheese again. Set it aside. Put it in the fridge. Let it get real cold.
Oh, yeah.
Take that. Dip it in batter. Do a corn dog.
Cheesy corn dog?
Have a cheesy corn dog.
Fuck yeah.
And then you dip that in some chili.
I don't want the chili, but yeah. Cheese.
Well, you don't like chili.
Cheesy corn dog? Fuck yeah. We might have to try this at the Aspod spring break. It's either going to be really good or we're going to burn down the rental house. Either way, it's going to be an adventure.
So Nate has another question. Pumpkin spice or peppermint mocha?
Neither. I don't drink any of that shit.
That's a hard choice for me, Nate. I'm going pumpkin spice, but that's a hard choice because I love me some peppermint.
I like my coffee like my dick. Nowhere near my mouth.
So this next one, to prove your point from earlier, comes in from Jeff.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a kidney stone or a hernia?
So I've never had a hernia that I know of. I feel like I would know if I had one. But I have had 2 kidney stones, and I honestly think I'd rather lop off my dick and balls with a cleaver than have another kidney stone. So I'm going to go hernia.
From the stories that I have heard about kidney stones, I am also going hernia.
Like, I know women who have had babies and kidney stones, and they said they'd rather have 6 more babies than 1 more kidney stone. Like, it's that fucking bad. My first kidney stone, I was like, I want to say I was in high school, so maybe like 9th grade or something like that, 9th or 10th grade. And I was talking to this girl on the phone. I can remember it like it happened yesterday. We had this blue plastic cordless phone. Walking around the house talking to her. Like, I went to my room, sat down, like, talking. My fucking back was hurting. But I thought I had, like, pulled a muscle or something. Like, just couldn't fucking get comfortable. So I'm like, okay. So I get up, I start walking around the house, still hurting. And for some reason, I can remember, we had, like, the kitchen and the dining room was the computer room. And my mom had a pie safe in the computer room. I'm talking, I'm like, hey, let me call you back. I hung the phone up. I set it on the pie safe. My mom was on the couch in the living room. So I went in there. I said, Mom, my back hurts. And as soon as I got hurts out, I just fucking crumpled in the floor like I was dead. She freaked out. And I got to start fucking screaming and grunting and shit. She gets me in the car, takes me to the hospital. She tells them she thinks my appendix burst. So of course they like rush me in the back. I tell them what's going on. They realize it's probably just a kidney stone and they fucking move me down the list of importance. And I'm laying in the hospital, like in the hallway on a bed, like wincing and like rolling around in pain. This fucking preacher is like, can I pray for you? I was like, you can give me some fucking morphine. And like, he's fucking praying and shit. And I'm just like fucking grunting and cursing the whole time. Nurses keep coming up and checking. I'm like, can you please get me some fucking morphine? Please, please. And they're like, we can't. The doctor has to order it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, get the goddamn doctor here. I need something. It fucking hurts. So like, finally they order some morphine, right? They fucking hit me with the morphine, put me in a wheelchair to take me to do the MRI or the x-ray or whatever it is. On the way there, all I can remember is there was like 3 desks on the left side of the hallway. Like, I don't know if it was administration or what, but 3 desks. One of them had a little trash can next to it, and I was like, "Stop!" And she stopped the wheelchair, I think it was a guy pushing me. Stopped the wheelchair, grabbed the trash can, just puked in this poor fucking administrative person's trash can. I hope they changed that bag out before that person came back to work the next day. But when I puked, that force got the kidney stone through into my bladder. So the reason a kidney stone hurts is because the tube from your kidney to your bladder is rigid. So when this spiky little stone goes through it, it's just fucking scraping its way through. So as soon as it hit my bladder, instantly the pain went away. Like instant. And then the morphine kicked in and I was high as a motherfucking kite. Like, that was the best feeling in the world. Like, going from that much pain to being on morphine and not having pain was just fucking like I died and went to heaven. And, like, they did x-rays. They're like, oh, yeah, it's a kidney stone. It's small enough. You should be able to pass it, no problem. Piss through these paint strainers for, like, a week until you catch it and then bring it in and we'll test it and we'll tell you what it is. So that's fucking weird, taking paint strainers into a bathroom in high school to piss through them. Finally, like after like 4 or 5 days, finally got the stone out. It's fucking tiny, like a fucking pencil lead.
Now, does it hurt when it hurts when you're pissing it out too, right?
Mine didn't, but they were small enough to like just piss out. Some of them they say do. I don't know. I know some of them are so big they can't get out of your kidney and they have to like use like lasers or ultrasonic shit to break them up. But mine didn't. Like, I was like, am I ever going to piss this fucking thing out? And then I happened to look down and it was in the filter and I was like, thank God. I like got it, took it. They said it was a calcium deposit. Apparently in the South, the like groundwater and shit has a lot of calcium in it. So yeah, that was a fucking nightmare.
Dude, I hope I never get one. I'm sure I will.
I passed that one puking. I passed the second one taking a shit. Like, I was hurting so bad, I was in the ER, like, waiting room, and I was like, I gotta take a shit. I went to the bathroom, was, like, shitting, and it passed, and, like, the pain just went away, and I was like, oh, God, thank God. I went to tell them I was fine, and I wanted to leave, and they had a sign on the window that was like, once you sign in, if you leave without being seen, it's a $150 charge. That shit should be fucking criminal, first off. But, like, my copay was $125, so I was like, if I'm going to pay, I'm going to fucking take their time up. So I was like, went in the back and was like, I had a kidney stone. I fucking passed it already, but y'all going to charge me money anyways. Take my vitals and shit and make sure I'm okay. Like, did all that shit, discharged, and went home. But, yeah, like, I'd rather lop my dick off than have another kidney stone. So, yeah, I'll take the hernia, get some surgery, fix it up. Good. Isn't a hernia just where you, like, your fucking guts blow a bubble?
It's kind of like where your guts push through your muscles. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not good.
No, I can imagine it fucking sucks. But I haven't had a hernia, but I'm gonna assume it's not as bad as a kidney stone, so I'll take that.
So the next one from Jeff isn't quite as bad. Maple brown sugar oatmeal or apple cinnamon oatmeal. This is a very easy answer.
So I don't eat oatmeal. I don't think I like oatmeal, but I feel like I remember eating it as a kid, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know. But if I had to choose, I feel like maple brown sugar sounds better.
You would be correct, sir. Maple brown sugar oatmeal is so good.
Brown sugar is the shit. It makes
and
anything
maple syrup
better.
Is also the shit.
So yeah.
So you mix those together with some oatmeal.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, Jeff. If we're talking those little packets, and I know we are.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats.
Quaker Oats. Take 2 packets of maple brown sugar and 1 packet of apple cinnamon oatmeal. Mix them. Thank me later.
Sounds like sound advice. Do you eat the dinosaur egg oatmeal?
I haven't had that in years, but I have eaten that before.
I made it for Jonathan a few times, but like the fucking dinosaurs kind of like disintegrated in it. It's weird.
Yeah. Then it just becomes streaks of color. So would you rather, this one comes in from Dane, would you rather have taste buds on your butthole or would you rather poop out of your mouth?
I feel like it's going to be a shitty time either way. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one. I don't really know.
I'm going to go poop out of the mouth, and here's why. If you had taste buds on your butthole,
yes,
then you would taste shit just all the time.
True.
Like if you fart, you would taste shit.
Yeah. Like you're
if you
farting
pooped out of your mouth,
basically.
Yeah, exactly. If you pooped out of your mouth, you could immediately rinse your mouth out, wash it, or in my case, I would poop, throw up, go ahead and just clear everything out, and then I would brush my teeth, rinse my mouth out with some Listerine or something, mouthwash. Jesus Christ, I couldn't think of the word mouthwash.
But think how horrible it would be when you got like the squirts. You just like open your mouth and you just like and just spraying shit out of your mouth.
I mean, that would just be like throwing up, but it'd just be throwing up poo. It's a disgusting thought.
How bad would it be if you got the squirts while you were like talking to someone? Like you're talking to somebody and then you just start spraying them in the face with diarrhea.
That would suck. Now, would you burp and fart out of your mouth?
I would assume so. Burps would be farts. My question is, do you still eat with your mouth or do you eat with your butt?
Farps. Is this a South Park situation where they're putting food up their butt and pooping out of their mouth?
Retrogestion. Now, if you had taste buds on your butthole, you could taste that cucumber.
Jesus Christ.
If you stick a cucumber up your ass and leave it for a while, will it turn into a pickle? Is that how that works?
So the next question.
I want to know. These are the hard questions that the listeners want answers to. Can you pickle a cucumber with your butthole?
No, you need vinegar.
Maybe there's some vinegar up there. I don't know what the pH.
Do you summer easy your butthole?
I don't know what the pH level in my ass is, but the shit burns sometimes like vinegar. I think I could make a pickle.
That would be acid, son. Socks and sandals or galoshes and bike shorts? I don't know what a galosh is.
They're like the fucking rain boots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's the higher rain boots. Maybe like knee high. I'm going to go with galoshes and bike shorts because that shit could be sexy. No one's sexy in socks and sandals. Nobody. If fucking Ryan Reynolds wore socks and sandals, it'd be fucking gross. But if Ryan Reynolds wore bike shorts and galoshes, that might be kind of sexy.
I was going to agree, but just because like Rocket Power ruined it for me, it's fucking Shooby.
Oh yeah,
Shoobies. That's what I think of when I see socks and sandals. I guess unless it's cold. If it's cold, then if sandals are your only option and it's cold, I'll forgive you. But like that's the only time. So would you rather throw up or have diarrhea? If that comes in from Kana.
Diarrhea, 1000%.
I'd rather have diarrhea as well.
I fucking hate throwing up. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with the internet? So I Googled galoshes to make sure I was actually telling you the right thing. And it brought up this shit. What the fuck? That is a furry pair of pants with a tail and high heel shoes. Like, what the
I know exactly why that popped up. Come on now.
Google, you let me down. Yeah, I would much rather have diarrhea than throw up. I have diarrhea all the time. Probably something I should talk to a doctor about, but I'm just...
Bro, do you remember that episode of South Park where he eats at that Mexican kid's parents' restaurant and he tells them, man, your fucking parents' food's all weird and stuff. Like it made my poop all solid. They're like, Cartman, your poop's supposed to be solid. Nah, my poop's always runny. It's always running like liquid. It's like I'm pissing out my butthole.
Yeah.
Would you rather visit the Aokigahara forest, which is the suicide forest, or Chernobyl? Comes in from Jeff.
I'm going to say Chernobyl because the only thing you're really going to see cool in the suicide forest is a dead body, and I don't really want to see a dead body. You guys want to see a dead body?
You kids want to see a dead body.
But like Chernobyl is fucking eerie in a scary movie kind of way. I think that'd be cool.
So I'm going to go to the suicide forest because I don't want to be irradiated.
Supposedly the levels are low enough that the wildlife has returned, so... But I mean, it doesn't say you can't wear like a radiation suit.
Yeah, but there's no like you can't just like book a trip to Chernobyl.
I mean, I don't know.
You can just go wander into the suicide forest. You just get to see a bunch of signs that tell you to remember to love life and be happy.
Yeah, but what if it's like that fucking movie where you go in the suicide forest and you just commit suicide?
I don't think that I would commit suicide.
But you don't have a say because there's fucking weird ass spirits in the woods that make you kill yourself. Or maybe they hang you and then people just think you killed yourself. I don't know.
What movie is this? I would like to watch it.
There's been movies about it.
Oh, I'll have to look it up. On Shudder. I have Shudder, so I'll check it out on there.
I swear I've seen a movie about that. Where it's actually like spirits in the forest that are like killing you and hanging you. That people think you're just killing yourself. Maybe that's what's really happening. Maybe ghosts are real and they all just live in that forest. And they fucking hang you when you go in there. Like Dalton was so vivid and full of life. And now he's dead. Paul is dead.
So this next question I think is for me. I would assume you have no knowledge of this. Long cut dip or regular dip?
Yeah, I'm not a dip person. I think it's gross either way.
I also agree that it's gross and I dip.
Yeah.
I am not one to be like, oh, it's okay. No, it's just disgusting and I wish I'd have never started it. But my answer for you, Kana, is long cut. To me, regular and then fine cut. Like fine cut is like putting dirt in your mouth. Like when they get that shit called worm dirt, that's fine cut dip. There's a reason they call that shit worm dirt. Regular dip, meh. I don't know. I like long cut. I prefer it. It's easiest to get out of your mouth.
You heard it here first. Dalton likes long stuff in his mouth.
It's got to be long and cut though.
Long circumcised penises in his mouth.
Who's the better chef, you or your parents? And that comes in from Jeff.
I'm really good at cooking the stuff I like, but the stuff I like is very limited. My mom's not like the best cook in the world. My stepdad's decent. My dad does like meat and shit pretty good. So probably pretty close, but in different categories. Like my mom makes banging ass cakes and stuff. But as far as like cooking actual food, my stepdad does most of that. But like I make my lasagna, which I fucking love. It's delicious.
I don't know. Like, I think my dad is an overall better cook than I am. But I'm better on the grill than he is. And there are certain things that I'm better at cooking than he is. But I think if we were going to compete in a 5-course meal whose meals are going to taste better, it's probably going to be him. And then the final question of the week. What is the best thing that you have ever cooked?
So, I love my lasagna, but it's very, very simple. So, I'm going to go with my stuffed shells that I make. It's like 7 or 8 different cheeses, sauce, turkey, meat, ricotta. Like, fucking, they're banging. And, like, I've served them to people, and other people think they're banging as well. So,
oh, yeah. So, man, there's these burgers that I make. And you take them, you patty out your burger. You make 2 burger balls, right?
Yeah.
And you patty out the one, and you make it almost like a bowl shape in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's got a lip around it. And then you put blue cheese in there. Crumbled blue cheese. And then you take your smaller other ball of burger meat, and you pat it on there, and you cover that up, you seal it, and you cook that. So then you make up some Texas toast. Or just a nice bun, but you got to toast it in like a pan with some butter. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lay that down, put your condiments that you want on there, but really all it needs is you put that burger in the pan, and when you flip it and you're cooking the other side of it, towards the end, put a little slab of butter on there, let it melt onto the burger, then you put a crumble of blue cheese on top. You put that onto the bottom bun. Lay some bacon over the top of that. Before the top bun, then you drizzle buffalo sauce over it. And then maybe make like a buffalo ranch and hit the top bun with some of that. Stick that on there. Bro, mwah. fucking delicious if you're into that kind of thing.
So there's something I want to try to cook, but I'm not going to eat it. So I'm going to have to figure out a time to make it. They're called armadillo eggs. It's basically you take a jalapeno pepper and you hollow it out. You fill it with cream cheese. You wrap it with like ground beef in like the shape of an egg, like seasoned beef. And then you weave wrap it all the way around with bacon. So it looks like an egg when it's cooked. But then it's bacon, hamburger meat, and a jalapeno with cream cheese in the middle. Yeah. I feel like that shit that normal people would like to eat. Like, I'm not going to eat it, but I kind of want to try to make them because they seem fun to make.
They also sound pretty fucking good. Like a party food.
Yeah.
Like you guys are watching the Super Bowl and bring out a plate of those. Oh, you're the man.
That's what I was thinking is do like a family gathering or something. Like make some of those. Yeah. But like the ones he made were like this big, like a fucking ostrich egg. I'm wondering, can you get like small jalapenos and make them more like bite size, like the size of a chicken egg? I feel like it'd be harder to do the bacon part, but I guess you could just like slice the bacon long ways into thin strips and like weave wrap it all the way around.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because like I said, the ones he made were fucking huge. So like you cut it up and eat it.
Yeah. Nah, man. You make them like, yay big.
Or do the big ones, slice them about an inch thick each, put it on a fucking like Kaiser roll or something. That might be good.
That might be good too. Or I don't know. You might be able to make them about the size of a Dutch egg.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It's not a Dutch egg. I'm sorry. A Scotch egg.
Yeah, Scotch egg. Scottish person's cussing you the fuck out right now.
What the fuck you mean? It's from a Dutch. That's ours. We're going to murder you.
Yeah.
You're fucking taking ours. It's our fucking egg.
So, I have a question.
All right.
Would you rather have a thumb-sized penis or a penis-sized thumb?
Thumb-sized penis.
I don't know. That'd be awfully small.
Yeah, but there are girls out there who are into small dicks. There are not girls out there who want your thumb to be the size of a fucking cock.
True. I don't know, man. Some girls might like that. You could fucking give her the DP just with you. I would probably go with thumb-sized penis too, though, because I feel like a one dick-sized thumb is gonna be tough to live with.
Yeah, you're just like,
yeah.
Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, thumbs up!" You're gonna be fucking, like, and they're gonna be like, "Ah!"
You could never hammer a nail in ever in your life, because like either you're holding the nail with that thumb and you're gonna hit it, or you're fucking wrapping it around the hammer 3 times.
Yeah, your thumb is already cartoonishly swollen. Yeah, so
you hit it, it swells up, some white shit spurts out of the end of it.
But at that point, people are like, "Did your thumb just come?" And it'd be like, "No, it's not a penis. It's just a big giant thumb. That was probably pus. We need to go to the doctor.
We need to go to the hospital. I think it's broken."
Oh my god. Okay. On that note,
we may or may not have an episode next week because recording day next week is Christmas. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have something for you. Maybe we won't. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We're going to be getting a Patreon episode out this week. Don't worry about that.
Yes, that is coming this week.
We're starting our Black Mirror series for Patreon.
Yes. And we both have put ourselves through 2 episodes of misery, I should say.
Yeah, they're pretty depressing episodes we chose.
There's like, in the entire series of Black Mirror, I can think of one episode that had like a remotely good ending.
What's that?
And it was the Star Trek spoof.
Oh yeah, that one's San Junipero was a pretty good ending.
Is that the one with the two dudes that are friends?
No, that's the time traveling girls.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, that's a really good one.
And I guess the one with the 2 dudes that played the fighting game together, I guess that was also kind of a happy ending to a weird episode.
That was the most fucked up, like, weird episode they did. Yeah, the one with Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Striking Vipers, I think it's called.
Yeah, Striking Vipers.
Yeah. But more about that on the Patreon, which you can sign up for and hear for just $5 a month.
At patreon.com/YabsPod, and you can become like one of these wonderful, wonderful people. Jeff, Kana, Megan, Ostara, and Team Retro. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send it over at yetanotherBSPod@gmail.com. You can find us over on Facebook along with the Tumbleweeds at facebook.com/group/yetanotherBSPodcast. And you can find us on Twitter at YabsPod. You can find him at Just Call Me Jezza, and you can find me at Super Nerd Dalton. You can check out our website, which is currently behind. I apologize about that, on yabspod.wordpress.com. And is there anything else that you would like to say, my good sir?
No, I think I'm good. My brain is an empty vessel.
Waiting for cock. And on that note,
there is no Jezza, only Zoo.
There's no Jezza, only jizz. Take it easy, everybody.
TSMP.